Hi there, this is Paige with Stampologist.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really fun yo-yo card, interactive card. So this is a card we're going to make today, and it has this little pull tab, and when you pull it, this center element spins around. And then when you want to rewind, you just hold your string and spin your circle, and that rewinds so that you can go ahead and pull again. So it's a really fun interactive card. When I showed my kids, they kept playing with it. My youngest came in my room a couple times to play with this one a couple times just because it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to show you how to do this today, and I've already got all the pieces for a second card cut so I can show you exactly how to make it. And I'm going to focus mostly in on how you do that spinning interactive element. So what you're going to need is a base piece, and then a circle, and then an element to put on top. And you're also going to need 2 circles of acetate. This is just some acetate that I found at, I think it was like Office Depot, and bought a book of it a long time ago, and I've just been using the pieces ever since. It comes in like 8.5 by 11 sheets. You're going to need a brad with a fairly long shank on it. Just kind of look through your, this is going to get covered, so it doesn't matter what it looks like. It just needs to have a really long shank on it. And then you're going to need a circle of foam. And I didn't have any foam circles, so I simply took some square foam, stacked it together to make it a little bit thicker, and then trimmed it into a circle shape. So what you're going to need to do is take your paper piercer and a piercing plate, and you're going to need to find the center of your circle. You can see I've already pre-poked all the holes. So found the center of the circle, and then I laid my circle down on this square, eyeballed it, and got the center of that. And then I took my acetate, laid that on top, and pierced through that. And then did the second layer, pierced through that. And then I took my foam, and I simply flipped it over and pierced through it using that hole as a guide. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take the foam, and we're going to find our poke hole, and we're going to poke it through your sheet of acetate, and you're going to secure that down. Once you have that secured, you're going to peel off your backing, and you're going to make this into a sandwich. So you want that sticky foam to go right up against your piece of paper that's going to be the top side that you see. So there's my hole, and I'm just going to use this kind of to string everything all together. I'm putting the piercer right through it, securing everything down, and then I've got my stack. I'm going to take my brad with the long shank, and I'm going to put that through. So now I've got the piece of paper, the foam, which is stuck to the back of this sheet of paper, and it's stuck to one of my acetate circles. I'm going to take my other acetate circle. I almost lost it there because it's see-through. Take your other acetate circle, and you're going to stack those 2 together. Now the reason why you want to have 2 stacked together is simply so that you have a really slippery surface for this to spin on. And then we're going to put this on our backing square. Okay? So now you have a nice sandwich all stacked together. So you've got your sheet of paper, and then you've got those 2 spinning circles and your base. Now, to get the element, actually the pull tab with the string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some baker's twine, and I'm going to take a little bit of score tape. You could also use like a glue dot. The reason why I like the score tape is because I can make it a little bit longer and wind it all the way around the yo-yo element. So I'm just going to put this on the end, and you can see I have kind of a long piece here because I want it to go all the way around once, all the way around that foam circle that we created. Do I have it? Yay, I do. Okay, so I'm just going to come in, and I'm going to insert that up against that foam. Sorry, I know this is probably a little hard to see. So I'm going to put it up against the foam and wind it around once, making sure it actually goes on the foam and not on that acetate. I'm going to give it a kind of a good tug as I put it on that first layer. And then I'm going to wrap it around a couple times. I'm going to just kind of pull a little bit. Wrap it around a couple times, and then let's check. And it spins. Awesome. So now we'll rewind that one. And we'll just check it again. Yep, we're doing good. Okay, and I think I actually had it spinning on the other side. So I'll wind it this way. And you probably want it to go around maybe 10 or so times, 10, 11 times for the kids. And then what I'm going to do is trim that end. I'm going to leave it a little bit long, just so I've got extra space to play with. So now I have this whole unit all set. We're done with our paper piercer. And I've already applied a card front to my card base here. And we're just going to secure this on just like this. And then I'm going to flip this over because we have those foam dots, so I need to get this down secure so when they pull it, it doesn't, sorry, I think I might have gone off camera there. So when they pull it, this unit doesn't come off. I'll just center that. Oops. Okay. Then I'm going to take my leaf, which is going to be our element, front element, and I'm going to take 2 pieces of foam and just pop that up on either side of that brad, because that one kind of has a little bit of a lump there in the middle. So put that down. Oops, not quite centered. Centered. Excellent. I'm going to turn my light on here. The sun went behind the clouds and it's not quite as bright anymore. Okay, and then we're going to stamp Happy Fall on this. I have a old set, older retired, I think it's retired set from Close to My Heart. This one's called Flourished Blessings that had that cute little Happy Fall sentiment in it. So I'll stamp that. And then I'm not going to put any foam tape or anything under that because I don't want anything that's going to catch that string. So I'm just going to lay this one flat. You could put a backer on it if you wanted, like just another sheet of paper. So we're going to center this. And then that way there's nothing for this thing to catch on. And one of the things that after I made that last card I decided would be kind of cool to make sure that this string doesn't come off with repeated pulls is I'm going to do a little knot here at the end of the string. Pull that tight. And then I'm going to put my little flag around that, just above that knot, so that if they do pull really hard on it, it's not going to make that string pull through. Now I happened to have a stamp that had pull on it, but if you didn't have anything, you could either use an alphabet stamp that we have, or you could use just a marker or something and just write the word pull on it. And I did it on both sides, so in case it gets flipped, they know what to do. And there we go. We have our yo-yo pull card. Very fast and easy, but very fun. Really, the only thing you need is some foam tape and a couple things of acetate, a couple circles of acetate, so that you've got that slippery surface for it to pull. But voila, we have our fun fall element. And this one was created for the Heart to Heart Challenges blog. Heart to Heart Challenges has a fun au naturel challenge this week. So you had to focus on nature, which obviously that was my leaf for this time around. And I hope you enjoyed my little tutorial here. And like I said, if you want to make this exact card, I will put the CCR file out on my blog, and that is that's stampologist.com is my blog. And I'd love for you to stop by, and if you have any questions, just shoot me a note or leave a comment on this video. Thanks so much for coming by today. Bye-bye.